Forget the resolutions, the plans, and the hopeful wishes. Stop the if-onlys. This is Malcolm Out Loud. Just take one step. Do it now. One step at a time is what I always say, right? But do it. Don't do it alone. It could be dangerous, right? Find a coach or a friend or someone who inspires you to help you along the way. Say hello to someone who is all of the above, and you're going to find out a lot today about this. She's here to help you, help all of us get in shape, be healthy, be happy, and all of that. Gretchen Strait is a mentor and coach. And what's interesting, I find about her, she's actually a nurse who has spent 10 years working in the ICU. This has got to be high stress. And of course, emergency rooms and that sort of thing, 10, 14-hour days, you know the drill. And she knows firsthand, of course, about being healthy and unhealthy lifestyles and the results of that. Well, she recently had a child and knows what it's like to struggle as a new mom, of course. It was a whole new career for her. She says she feels better at 36, so already know she's already given up her age. Can't be too bad, right? And, let's find out more about Gretchen. Good to have you.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
Well, this is what I call brink thinking, okay? Mm-hmm. And this is about, again, taking an average lifestyle and how do we make it an extraordinary lifestyle. And I have a feeling, Gretchen, only haven't met you a few minutes ago, but in talking to you a few moments, that this is probably going to be right up your alley. What convinced you to jump from a traditional job, if you call that traditional, but to a lifestyle like you have now where, you're probably working harder now, but it's probably something you enjoy and you work in your own hours. But, I know to be successful today, we all work pretty long hours. To make that leap forward, it's a hell of a leap for a lot of people. What was the driving force with you?
I think multiple things. One thing is I never want to have regrets in life. I know that I could always go back to being a nurse. If something failed, I could always go back to it. But really, I just wanted to marry that feeling of helping somebody. But also, I like to have fun, and I like leisure, and I like my free time, and I'm also a businesswoman, so I kind of wanted to marry the two, and this is how I did it.
I want to talk to people about getting out of your comfort zone. What I call, Gretchen, getting out of your comfort zone. Mm-hmm. Again, so I believe most people have just buried themselves mentally, which then plays into everything, physically, the whole spiel, okay? But it's got to start here in my world again. Now, you may differ, you may not agree with me, I don't know, because I haven't really talked to you about this, but to me it starts here. I think if we have a healthy mind, and we have a healthy attitude, then we can do a lot with that moving forward. And you know what? I always say in life, some people are going to like it, some people are not going to like it. So what? It's the out loud truth. I don't think you run around trying to be perfect. So how do we help people get out of their comfort zone right now when we know there's a lot of people watching who would love to make the leap, I say make the leap, or they want to stretch forward, they want to do something with their life. It's a little dangerous, it's a little scary, they're not quite sure how. How can Gretchen Strait and the coach team help them do that?
I talk to them and get to know them and make them feel important and spend time with them. And then when people feel important, everyone wants to feel important. And once they feel that somebody cares about them, then they're a little more willing to step out of their comfort zones.
Gretchen, I know somebody, for instance, who is really troubled. They have a lot of talent, and I know this person could do a lot of things, but they're afraid to take what I call take the leap forward. In your estimation, how can, all right, so it's a phrase I use a lot called, that's what this whole show is based on, making the leap, brink thinking style. How do you help somebody make the leap forward?
How can you not make the leap forward? You're either going forward or you're going backwards. You're going one way or another. What are you doing to change your life? Are you just spinning your wheels, or are you trying to get better? And sometimes getting better, just those little tiny steps. Little tiny changes.
Because the little tiny changes amount to something bigger.
In the end, it's called the compound effect.
Right.
Little tiny changes that day after day can mean big things, and you may not notice it at the beginning, but in the end.
So you're helping people with those little steps to improve their program to get forward, right?
Little tiny things every day. It could be just like turning away a cookie, or it could be just, pushing play and getting your exercise for the day, or it could just be reaching out and...
So in other words, if there's somebody who is struggling along, you're doing personal contact, you're doing email contact, you're doing, I'm sure, phone contact, and probably contact like you and I today, right?
Right.
I'll be talking. I'm sure you do that too.
It's about, I'm approachable, and they either see me on my videos or on my website or through social media on Facebook, and when they realize that I'm approachable and they approach me, then it's easy. It's just taking that first step and saying, you know what, I need help. Here's somebody that can help me.
Now, they have challenges and problems, and they give them to you. Do you listen to them and try to help them through those?
Absolutely.
That's what it's about, right?
Oh,
You
yeah.
want people to understand. So it's not just sugar-coated. You're really getting into it and helping them.
I get to know the people and what they want, because not everyone's program is the same for everyone else.
When you were working in the healthcare industry, which is a very high-stress industry, and I know because I did a lot of marketing in healthcare years and years ago, and that's a whole other story, but I know it's high stress, high level, but it's also a satisfying career. What took you from that career forward to what you're doing now?
After I had my daughter, I wanted to be home with her. I loved being a nurse. I loved helping people. But I kind of wanted the best of both worlds. I wanted to be able to help people, but also be home with my daughter and have flexibility and have my health too. 13-hour days are long days, really stressful. So I wanted to have my cake and eat it too.
So that was sort of a line in the sand in your life, I guess, at that point, the birth of your daughter. But a lot of people have a line in the sand moment, whether they've lost a job or they're trying to improve or climb up the career ladder of where they're at right now, or your lady who's had a child or something where you have to make change in your life or do something with it. And I find a lot of people are struggling with that now and really don't know the path forward, if you will. So they sort of just become what I call complacent. In fact, it's one of what I call the 4 human ailments, complacentitis, if you will, and being complacent in your life. How do you get people from stop being complacent and to do something with their lives?
I think the biggest thing that holds people back is fear, and they don't believe in themselves. And what I try to do, I try to help people no matter what to just believe in themselves.
Amen.
And once you believe in yourself, the world is your oyster.
And
whatever your dream is, you can make it happen. It could be a little dream or a big dream. But if you believe in yourself, it will happen.
Yeah, because if you don't believe in yourself, nobody else is going to.
Exactly.
You see, so it really has to start with you. And I tell people this all the time, and I want you to pay attention and understand what we're talking about. So you find as you coach people now, that's one of the, it's fair, right? It's just downright fair. So you help them get over that fear.
Yes.
Yeah. How do you do it?
I believe in them. And that's sometimes for some people, nobody's ever believed in them. And that's just how it starts. I believe in them, and I help them, and I support them, and talk to them every day. The tools I give them, of course, but it's more of just having that support that makes all the difference in the world. And when somebody's behind you 100%, then you start to believe yourself.
Now, I watched, and I want to tell folks, your website is, tell me again, is?
GretchenStrait.com.
GretchenStrait.com. You'll see it on the screen here now. So when you, I went to the site a few days back, and you have a video up there I watched, which I thought was pretty good. But you talked about, it was sort of a catch at first, catch-22, and I went to look, because it talked about like free coaching and helping people. You seem very sincere to me. How do you offer, what is the whole deal? I was waiting for the catch to come, but it never came, so I really didn't understand. But tell me about this free coaching and what you're offering and what you're trying to help people with.
So essentially, I help anybody that wants to be helped. If you're willing to put in the work and the time, I will help you. I just have them sign up for me as their free coach. And I use some products, that work for me when I lost weight after having a baby. And so I know that they work. And so if the people want to use those products, then they can. And if they don't have to. But no matter what, I help them.
You seem to be like you're coaching people to have that complete life. So I want folks to understand it's not just about the gym or a healthy lifestyle. I think that's a piece of what you do, though, isn't it?
Just a piece.
Just a piece. What's the whole pie?
The whole pie is making that change. Working out is just a part of it. You feel better, you look better. Eating healthy is just part of it. You want to take care of your body, but also you want to take care of your mind. And it's kind of, it's a circle. You take care of your body and your mind, and then you feel better and better and better about yourself, and you grow in confidence. You have to work on, I do a lot of personal development, and so, I read a lot. I work on myself every single day so that I can be the best coach I can be for other people. And I try to encourage people to do the same, to read and to grow. And
And this is all telecommunications connected,
Yes.
obviously, because they could be anywhere
I
in the
help
world.
people all over the world.
Right, could be anywhere, really. That's the sole power of telecommunications. The internet. We couldn't have done that 20 years ago.
Right.
You know? Boy, and that's what I talk about a lot. The internet has so opened the conversation up today. And it's allowed people like you and so many others just develop a whole new world of opportunities, huh? I mean, it's great when you just step into it and you see what's going on. So all right. So I like this. So you're helping people, and you put them in groups, and it's support back and forth with each other. So at what point? So people understand the crux. So as a coach, I mean, you're obviously a good business person. You're a coach. So you offer this free coaching up front. What does someone get if they're interested in playing with you on this? How does that start? And how do you make money?
So I offer them free coaching, but the way I make money is if they decide that they want to use the products that I use to lose my baby weight, then if they buy the products through me, then I make a commission. Then many times I have people, moms who have lost weight, they feel amazing, probably better than they've felt in years and years and years like me. And many times they want to do the same thing that I do. They want to pay it forward. And they want to become a coach themselves so that they can help people because they've been through it. I coach for free whether or not you buy a product from me or not.
Really?
I don't care.
Wow.
I want you to feel better, to look better. I want you to change your life. That's what I'm about. Of course I'm a businesswoman, but it's not all about money. I have enough money. I don't have to worry about that. I just want people to feel good.
So again, GretchenStrait.com. I like what I'm hearing about this and what you're about and what you're doing. And I want to encourage people. Look, are you on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, all of this?
Everything.
Yeah. Make sure we connect up back and forth so you can chime in on some of my posts and back and forth, okay?
Absolutely.
And a lot of our followers and listeners as well. Okay, so that's important so we can change the world together, right?
Let's do it.
So what we're going to do here with me, you're going to look back at this camera right here for one moment, and Jill's going to capture both of us, and we're going to say in 1 minute here, are you ready? That it's time to make the leap. 1, 2, 3. It's time to make the leap.